Hello everyone, my name is Mackie. Welcome to Mackie Reader Reads. Um Today I'm finally gonna do the guide to Carian Cole. Nobody really asked for this, but here I am doing it. So I hope you all will like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope everybody is doing well, everybody is safe, and everybody has been reading great books. Ignore the background noise. Anything you hear, just ignore it. Listen to my voice, like I always say. So today I'm going to tell you guys how to read Carian Cole's books. Kind of the order that I would say you should read it, like this or not. If you don't want to read it in order, that's fine. Do whatever you want. There's standalones, there's duets, and there is a series which is very, very popular. Most of her books are extremely popular. I love Carian Cole. It's just something about her writing. It makes me happy. Like, it legit makes me so happy. Like, there's just something about it. I can't explain it. But as soon as I read a Carian Cole book, I'm just like, yes. I would say it's like my cup of coffee, but like, nothing beats that. So it's pretty close though. Like, it's really close. Her writing for me is very easy. It's concise. It's just like, the pace is good, the plot is well done, the characters are very well developed, and I just love everything she writes. So here we go. A first book that I think y'all should read or start with is Don't Kiss the Bride by Carian Cole. I'm gonna keep saying Carian Cole, even though we all know that it's Carian Cole's guide. That's just, I don't know, it's my routine. It's how I like to talk about these books. So ignore me saying by Carian Cole. We all know it's by Carian Cole. This is a standalone. It is an age gap romance. It is a marriage of convenience. This book is about Jude and Skylar. Skylar is 18 years old and she's in high school, and Jude is 34. He owns a construction company, and he's like constructing something near her school when he first meets Skylar, and she is like driving this rusty dusty little car, and he's like, oh wow, okay, weird. No, actually, he didn't say weird. I'm saying weird. But she's driving this car and it breaks down, and he kind of helps her or sends her to someone that can fix her car, and they kind of get into this friendship. He kind of helps her out. He takes her to and from school, and Skylar is not the normal 18-year-old. She is struggling. Her home life sucks. Her mom is a hoarder. So yeah, she is living in this really bad household, and she has these health issues that started because of her mom and the way her mom lives. So they kind of get into this marriage of convenience. They get married, obviously, because she needs health insurance, and yeah, he puts her on her health insurance. They get married, and their relationship starts from there. They are just this couple that is almost like Birthday Girl. But if Birthday Girl was marriage of convenience, or if Birthday Girl had marriage of convenience, because the dynamic is very much similar to Birthday Girl. Skylar is just very mature for her age. She's very sweet, and although her life kind of sucks, she doesn't want it to stay that way, and she's willing to fight for herself. And she goes through a lot, and she has a lot of trauma, and she deals with it. Trigger warnings for eating disorder, and yeah, that's the one I can think of at the top of my head. I gave this book 4.5 stars. It is very hyped, and it is very good. I love this book. So if you're a fan of Birthday Girl, or if you're wanting to start with a Carian Cole book and you don't know where to start, this is the best book to start with, I think, or I feel. And the next book that I think y'all should read after Don't Kiss the Bride is No Tomorrow. It is just this roller coaster romance. It is very angsty. It is a lot. So this couple. Their names are Piper. Piper is the heroine, and we have Blue. He is a musician, but he's also homeless. So they meet while he's playing outside. I think he's like playing at a park or something. And they kind of have this like this instant connection, like I know you, you know me, like type of that twin flame type of connection. And they get into this whirlwind relationship. It's a lot, especially for Piper, because she's kind of living a life of I may not be rich, but I kind of want my life to be like this. And Blue is very nonchalant about life. He doesn't care that he's homeless. He doesn't really like mind it at all. He is just wanting to play music, and that's all he cares about. This book does have time jumps. I wouldn't say it's like a second chance romance because they kind of it for each other, but it's a very frustrating relationship. Wow, they are just a lot, and their love is kind of very twin flame-ish, I think. Where if it's good, it's really good, and if it's bad, it's really, really bad. And yeah, there's a lot of mental health repair as well. So if you're looking for like an all-consuming type of love, I think you would really enjoy this book. I love this book. Very, very frustrating. I find this book to be very frustrating, and I love it. I kind of like being frustrated by books. Like when I say a book is frustrating, I mean like it's angsty, and I just want them to be together, but they're not getting it together to be together. You get it? That kind of rhymed. Whatever. So yeah, I love this book. It is very different to Don't Kiss the Bride because of like the angst and just the emotions that this book has. It's very like, it really hits you in the gut, and I just love this book so much. It's a long book, and also Don't Kiss the Bride is a long book, so yeah, you can read both of them as standalones. Then we're gonna get into the series that is Ashes and Ambers. The first book that I think y'all should read, or the first book in the series, is Storm. When I read this book, I actually listened to it, and I just love the narrator so much. Anyways, this book is about Evelyn and Storm. Storm is a rock star. I think she's the lead singer of no. Is he the lead singer or lead guitarist of Ashes and Ambers? He's something. The Ashes and Ambers is like literally about a family of rock stars. So if you don't want to read rock stars, even though I would say like it's kind of light on the rockish life, you kind of like literally what makes them rock stars is that they kind of like long hair, and they have tattoos, and they're all kind of like a band together, and obviously they play music, but it's not really like hardcore on the rock life. And I really enjoyed this one. Like I love rockstar romances, but like not too much on the rockstar. This one was kind of like the perfect series for me to read. This book is a forced proximity romance. It starts off with Evelyn having to go to, I think, a work conference or something, and she's driving in a snowstorm, and she crashes, and there's a guy that comes to kind of save her because she's like stuck in the ditch or something. And lo and behold, it's Storm, and she's so scared of him. She's like, who is this tall guy who has green eyes and has like eyeliner on, and he has tattoos? Like, who is he? But he helps her out, and they kind of stay in this car together for 24 hours, and yeah, the romance kind of blooms from there. But Evelyn is in a relationship. She is engaged, if I'm not mistaken. I think she's engaged or in a relationship with a guy, and Storm is not having it. He's like, what do you mean your relationship? Like, we're supposed to be together. I like you, you like me. And yeah, it is. Does it have cheating? I think so. I think it does. So if you don't like cheating, I don't know, I don't think you should read this one, but this one is really good. Like you like see like they are supposed to be together. And then the next book is Vandal. This is a dark romance. I think this is the darkest book in this series. It is about two characters that had just have these demons and have this trauma of losing their loved ones. Now, I know a lot of people don't really like this book. Like, this is their least favorite book in the series. Some of my friends don't like this book, but it's okay. Vandal is very much kind of unredeemable, and you see what happens at the end of the first book, which is Storm. And yeah, it is sad and traumatic, and there's a lot of trauma that they have to get through, and they get through it kind of together. It's kind of similar to The Air He Breathes by Brittany C. Cherry. So if you like that book, maybe you like this one, I'm hoping. And the next book is also one of my favorites. It is Lucas by Carian Cole. It is the third book in the Ashes and Amber series. This book is an older woman, younger man. It's about Lucas and Ivy. So Ivy is recently divorced. Her husband was cheating on her, and she gets a divorce from him. She has 2 kids, and Lucas owns a tattoo parlor, and he is very much like an old soul. He's kind of like very like salt of the earth. He's not grumpy. He's actually very, very sweet. Most, if not all, of Carian Cole's heroes are very, very like sweet, down to earth heroes. So yeah, you'll get a lot of like a cinnamon roll type of heroes here. And Lucas, I think he's very much a cinnamon roll. He's very, very sweet. He sees Ivy when she comes to get a tattoo in his shop, and yeah, their relationship kind of starts. She's very hesitant to start a relationship, especially because like he's younger and she's been burnt in her past relationship. And yeah, it is so sweet. I love this one. It was like just fun. It was just like a fun, sweet read. I love this one. I love an older woman and a younger man trope. I have a recommendation video, and I'll just link it down for you. I also talk about this book in that video. So yeah, next book is also one of my favorites. This one is Talon. This one is kind of like a marriage of convenience / arranged marriage. This one is about Talon and Asia. So if you like a Married at First Sight, I love Married at First Sight, especially the Australian one. I'm so hooked. I love that series so much. So Asia and Talon are kind of arranged by a scientist to be in a relationship. Like, they kind of like filled in this application, they talk about themselves, and scientists and psychologists kind of determined that they would make a perfect couple, or they would have a really good relationship. And yeah, the first day that they meet, they get married. It's just a roller coaster of emotions. It has a lot of things that they have to deal with, because the first time they meet, they get married. So they don't know each other, they don't know each other's names and stuff, and it's a lot to get to know someone while you're in a relationship, let alone married to them. And he lives a rock star life, and she is very much a hippie, and she just like makes her own clothes, and she makes her own candles and stuff. So her getting into his lifestyle is very strange for her, but they kind of make it work. And I love this book. I love this trope. I wish there was more books that kind of have this trope, like getting married at first sight. If you have a book that's like that, please comment down below what it is. I would love to read it. And then the next book is Loving Storm. This is the novella from Storm, like the couple of Storm, Evie and Storm. It's pretty quick, pretty sweet. It's kind of like their wedding and their life afterwards. Loved it, very cute. I enjoyed this one. I love Storm and Evie, so just really nice to kind of like get back into their life. Then I want y'all to read Torn before you read Asher. I know Asher is the last book in the Ashes and Amber series, but I think if you read Torn first, you will very much enjoy Asher. So let me tell you about Torn first. Torn is a forbidden romance. It is an age gap, and it's a forbidden romance because the hero and the heroine are kind of, I wouldn't say okay, they are family, but not by blood. Like, he is her godfather slash kind of uncle, but he's not really her uncle because it's not by blood. This book is about Kinsey and Torin. Yeah, Torin is 18. She's just graduated from high school, and Torin is best friends with Kinsey's dad, Asher. And so it also has that dad's best friend trope as well. So it's dad's best friend, kind of godfather, kind of uncle, and Torin has kind of helped Kinsey grow up because her parents were rock stars, and he's kind of been there for her throughout her life. And she is now much older, and she kind of always had feelings for him, but obviously not in a relationship way, but she's always kind of admired Torin. And yeah, it's so taboo, it's so forbidden. I loved it. I loved how they were fitted together. They kind of like, they make sense, like their life makes sense together. It makes sense how they would fall in love with each other. I loved how she wrote this romance. It very forbidden. You feel it like, oh, this is very, very taboo, but it's also like they love each other and they kind of meant to be together. So yeah, it's a lot, but I really enjoyed this one. I love a taboo and forbidden relationship. Like, I love that kind of stuff. So I really enjoyed this book. Then after reading Torn, I think y'all should read Asher. It is the last book in the Ashes and Amber series. It is about Kinsey's parents. It is about Asher and Amber. Is it Amber? Not Amber. Amber. With an E. Am I saying correctly? I don't know. But they are the rock stars. They are this couple that fell in love when they were 15 years old, and they just have been together for ever. Like, so the book starts off with Amber kind of falling and going to the hospital. We found out that she has amnesia, and it's kind of known throughout the series that Amber is in the hospital. She's in a coma. But in Asher, she wakes up and we find out that she has amnesia and she doesn't know who Asher is. And it's kind of like The Vow, that movie The Vow with Channing Tatum and Rachel McAdams. So if you like that, I think you will really, really love this book. Asher is just so sweet. He is literally one of the sweetest heroes I've ever read about. The way he's so patient and kind and understanding of like the situation Amber is in, of like not remembering him, not remembering the life that they had. She doesn't even remember having Kinsey, so it's a lot for her. And Asher just kind of just wants to love her and be there for her, and she also is kind of attracted to him, but she doesn't feel like she is Amber, like the Amber that everybody talks about. So yeah, it's very much heartbreaking and sad, but it's so sweet. I loved Asher, and this is one of my favorite books as well. I know I'm saying a lot, but like this is also one of my favorite books in the series. So yeah, then I want y'all to read A Tide. Now this is the second book in the All Torn Up series. The first book was Torn. The second one is Tide. This is my favorite book. Like, I loved Torn, yeah, but Tide, it was so beautiful. Like, tears kind of beautiful. It was so beautiful. It was amazing. I gave this book a 5 stars. This book is about Holly and Tyler. So Holly has been kidnapped, or she was taken like when she was a child, like I think around 5 years old. And when the book starts, Tyler rescues her, and they don't see each other for a while, like a couple of years. You'll see how it kind of plays out in the book. It's really sad how it kind of plays out. And yeah, they see each other again, and she kind of sees him as like her prince, like in her head, because she doesn't know him. She only sees him as like the guy that rescues her. She calls him the prince, and when they finally meet, it's just like, it's so beautiful. I want to reread this book. That's how beautiful it was. Like, I don't reread books, but this one was just so beautiful. Definitely like a grumpy sunshine kind of dynamic. Tyler is very grumpy. He is a scarred hero. Physically he's scarred, and emotionally he's scarred. He's just been through a lot, and he has a lot of guilt and a lot of trauma. And when he saves Holly, I would say he just sees her as like this light. And for Holly as well, the way she just describes Tyler, or like the way she sees him, it's so beautiful. They are literally mirrors of each other. Like, they kind of both react the same way to things. They think the same way, sort of. You wouldn't think so because of like how society kind of sees them. Like, Holly is this like saved from grace. She is just like this pretty, like beautiful girl who's just had trauma in her life. So she's kind of like, I wouldn't say she's seen as an angel, but she's kind of seen as like perfect. And Tyler is a complete opposite. People don't like him. He is just a loner. He lives by himself. He lives like in the forest. So it's very sweet and weird to kind of see how they mirror each other, and they are literally like the boy and girl version of each other. And I love this book. It was so beautiful. Oh, loved it. So yeah, that is all I have for this Carian Cole guide. I hope y'all will like some or all of these books. I know for a fact that I enjoyed every single one of these books. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.